I play drums.
My name's Jamie and I play the bass guitar and do some vocals.
If we come up with an idea, we're not afraid to put it into a song. You know, we don't ever say...
It's not really an image sort of...
Yeah,
I think we're just to be like, oh, we couldn't do this because it's not the sort of thing we would do, or like we're not the sort of band that could do this or that. You know,
it's an absolute nightmare trying to describe what genre we are if someone ever asks, because you know, if we write something that sounds good, because we all listen to all sorts. You know, we don't listen to just heavy music or just like softer music. You know, so any kind of thing that we write, we feel able to put into a song, and I think that kind of makes us kind of distinctive as a band.
Sorry, go on.
Seeing as most, I think most, if not all bands. You know, that we know, like, not putting anyone down, but like they they've kind of got a sound that they really want to go for, whereas I think we've got just lots of scattered ideas that we're willing to use at one time.
Seems to go down fairly well, I think.
We've been playing together, like I've played with Steve since I was about 17, probably younger than that. I think we've always been in bands together. And I
joined a couple of years after.
A couple of years after. We've always sort of played with each other. We always
but in total, about 7 years, I think. As a unit, the three of us, I think we've about 7 years. But Let's Do Daggers, it's about 5, I think.
Yeah, we never set out to write songs a certain way, or like we say, oh, we've got to write a song like this, or write a part like that. I don't know, it's just a collection of all our ideas, I guess.
The fact that none of us, I don't think any of us feel inclined to sort of shut out any ideas because it's too something or too not something. You know, whatever we write, we try and incorporate that into what, you know, something that we can, you know, achieve.
I know it won't be a very lucky boy until you lose a new pain. This chapter's coming to an end. I didn't think so, we didn't think so. This is the Bible, this is the Bible, this is the Bible, this is the Bible.
Today is probably one of the highlights, I think.
Yeah, today was a big step for us. This was the first time we'd ever played a festival, like open air festival.
Yeah, definitely.
That was quite a big deal. You know, we just finished recording our first album, which we were entirely, like, really proud of.
Yeah, that's probably, I think for me personally, our proudest achievement is the album.
I think our influences have come through a bit more.
Yeah,
on the album.
Our actual influences.
We get compared to a lot of bands in reviews that we don't really listen to.
Kind of, yeah. So we've been put down in reviews as you know, showing our influences on our sleeve about bands that I've never actually listened to before. You know, so it's obviously before we've been writing stuff that isn't really what we're into. But I think that with the album now, it should probably be a bit more obvious to you know what actually kind of makes us tick as like listening musicians. You know. In one major way, I don't really listen to heavy music anymore.
Nice.
But I mean, like we still write our own brand of heavy music. But you know, I don't think we're trying to make it any sort of kind of heavy. Which, you know, when we were a bit more immature and sort of wanted to try and be a sort of that certain thing, I think now we've sort of grown and sort of started to write music that we'd actually want to listen to, rather than you know.
It's starting to veer away from like heavy. It's more just like fun.
Yeah.
Stuff that stuff that you want to write.
It's always like
hopefully it's fun.
Though, I think. Like,
funny.
Essence of
really funny music.
Comedy rock.
We're just basically Tenacious D. Tenacious D2. D squared, I suppose.